Nope. Guess who's back?
It's me. So I'm back.
As the title of the video suggested.
And let's just talk about it briefly. How's that? Just to catch everybody up to speed. Here's a little closer look.
Can they see it, or is the hat blocking it? It's healed up really good, I think. I think it's healed up really well.
So basically, let's just. I'm happy to be back, for one. I'm happy to be here, for two. And before we even get started with this video, I want to thank a lot of people.
Everyone.
And that's everybody.
I say that too.
Emails, comments,
well wishes, and
well
prayers.
wishes, all that stuff. I can't thank you enough. And I'll get into a little bit more detail as far as what else that meant to me. All right. But before we even get into that, let me do just a couple thank yous here. Okay.
Go ahead. You have the floor. I've been hogging the videos for the last 3 or 4 videos.
You did a good job too.
I tried.
It wasn't no vacation for me, but she done a good job.
I tried.
I appreciate everybody that's commented, and
we got a lot of like cards.
Facebook. I mean, it's very difficult for us to keep up with all that stuff. We're so far behind. We got so many videos we wanted to make. I tried
keeping up with
especially for the holidays, right?
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I wanted to get that out of the way first, because that was most important to me, to make sure that I wish I could thank everybody
individual,
but that would take forever for sure.
Yeah.
But let's just talk about it in general real quick. She already filled you in on exactly what had happened on the job.
Kind of what happened. I don't know. They just called me and said something blew up in your face, a machine. That could be anything. Brains could be scattered everywhere. I don't know.
And believe me, it felt like it. She will tell you I'm pretty good when it comes to pain, because I'm used to hurting myself.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. We do keep Band-Aids and everything on hand, because I like to work on things. And I'm pretty decent when it comes to that. With this situation, though, it was just a little bit different. What had happened is I was 40 foot up in the air, and we were doing some roofs. When my brother, which actually works with me, told me, hey, look, turn the pressure up on the machine. It was getting close to the end of the day, and we were going to get ready to wrap up. So I went ahead and got down, and normally what we would do in the heat is down here in Florida, the paint gets a little thick, and it also scabs around the bucket, and it fills up the filters on the machine and also in the gun. So in order, we're using a smaller tip. I'm not going to get into technical stuff because it'd take forever.
And I don't know what you're talking
basically about. To combat that, we just basically turn up the pressure, because it's the end, and we're not going to go and sit there and strain the paint again, because it was close to being done. Anyway, when I got down, I no sooner turned that pressure up, and as soon as I did that, it was like a shotgun to the face. That's what it felt. If I can imagine what a shotgun would feel like to the head, that would be it.
A baseball bat, maybe?
Probably worse than that. The way it just felt, the pressure of it. So anyhow, when I turned the pressure up, it was just catastrophic. It's the only way to put it. I did not lose consciousness. It didn't knock me out. I was well aware of everything, and
that's probably a bad thing.
Because I was I've been hurt before, and I'm more of the type of guy that if I have any work done or anything like that, I normally just suck it up and just deal with it. She knows me on that.
Yeah.
I don't really
you weren't dealing with this
or anything like that. But what had happened is I knew just from the get-go that I had a huge problem, and I knew my face was screwed up at the time. I was more concerned about skull fracture, bleeding to the brain, brain swelling, something like that going on, because that's what it felt like to me at the time. So it was, all I could think about is, you know, to have them call Jolly, Sierra, you know, let people know that I'm in trouble. At that time, I really didn't know. It was really hard for me to talk about, to be honest with you. And it takes me a long time. I think once I found out I was going to be okay, I think that's when the mental kicked in. The mental was the hardest part for me, I think.
Yeah.
I meant, because when I was on the ground, I was on hot concrete. I had another guy down the road. He come running, and he happened to be a military medic. Okay?
You lucked out.
He had all kinds of stuff. He had this cold compress or something, but when he was pressing on my head, it was being smashed to the concrete, on hot concrete. And I was trying to fight people, well, not fight people, but try to, like, I'm like, hey, let's just wait. I'm good. But at the same time, I knew that I had some I couldn't really see. I had hydraulic fluid, paint, and this was like an
blood,
industrial
probably.
Paint too. It's not. I'm still picking it out of my ears and stuff like that. Another thing it bothered me about the whole thing is my brother. He works with me, and he was going through a bunch of stuff at the time, and he just didn't need this. He just really didn't need this to add on top of his shoulders. And I kept hearing him in the background, and I knew he was distraught, and it made me feel bad.
Yeah, because he thought it was his fault, because he's the one that said turn the pressure up.
Yeah.
So you went down there and turned the pressure up. Oh boy. So it was kind of like me waiting in the waiting room, waiting to hear any kind of news. Once I found out, oh, he's just going to get some stitches, he's going to have a scar on his face. I said, who cares about his scar? As long as his brains are in his head and he's fine. That's number one. So that's like your brother said too, right? Is when he found out everything was good, but that's like traumatic. You're seeing a loved one there. You can't help them.
Basically, I'm glad it was me that took the hit, because I won't want to be on his side.
Yeah, that's probably worse, watching someone and you can't do nothing.
Take it. Also, I really didn't. I was doing good in the hospital too. I mean, they were excellent. I mean, of course, they strip you bald and embarrassing. And here I am holding my eye and trying to cover myself at the same time. But they didn't really do anything till they checked my head out and chest X-ray. What else? I think when they came in and said I was going to be all right, I think that's when it hit me a little bit, because my mind kept going back over the situation.
Yeah, and you can't be thinking about it too much.
Yeah, and I really didn't break down or anything until you came in for a split second.
Yeah.
It just hit me.
Yeah,
it's so weird, because it's normally I'm not like that. As far as, like, I could suck it up, just take it, but I hate to see other people hurt, you know. And with my brother, that.
Yeah, because he was emotionally hurt, not physically. But
Jolly, I could tell she was distraught about it. I don't like to see.
Yeah,
over
because we were
something
worried.
Stupid too. It was just something stupid.
It's an accident.
I mean, that goes to show you, it doesn't matter what you do for a living. Accidents can happen in a blink of an eye. You could be snuffed out, and that's kind of like why we live the way we live. We don't have a lot of money, or anything like that, but what we do.
That's why we work, so we can do a little bit. Just
to do family time and get out there. I think also the minute I got home, of course I was. They kept singing the Grinch song for some reason to me. They kept asking me all the. My memory was intact. I didn't really lose any memory of it at all. But the minute they wanted to actually admit me. We didn't talk about that.
No.
They said that what was my potassium was very low.
Under 2, I think. Your potassium was under 2 or something. I don't know what normal is, but they just happened to find out, they said.
Yeah, and they said also...
They don't usually check for potassium levels during...
My heart rhythm was off.
A little bit, yeah, but then they got it back.
I didn't want to stay. I just kept asking the doctor, is it like I mean, if he would have said, "Look, it really,"
You need to
if
stay.
he would have just he wouldn't have discharged me. So I would have felt better to come home, digest it a little bit. I was worried also through all that. I was worried about the work. It puts my brother in a bind. It puts, I worry
that's
because
true.
we have a lot of work going on, and I worry that I don't want to leave people in a bind, and I just want to get back on it.
No, you can't.
I was talking about that all the time. I was talking about also
videos.
The videos, and also it's just strange. It's hard to explain. I'll have these little moments, these little flashbacks. Like for instance, I'll be in the shower, and I'll think about something, and it just hit me.
Yeah, triggers.
Am I afraid of the machine? No, I'm not afraid of the machine.
I would be. I wouldn't touch it again.
It is in the shop right now. It is getting repaired. It's just one of the machines. If you ever heard a paint sprayer, normally when you hit the gun, it goes and it runs. Well, this is hydraulic pumped. When it pumps, it's got so much pressure in one pump that it doesn't run like that. It's got so much pressure. You keep spraying the way it is, So, what else? Also, I want to talk about just little things that was triggering me, like the prayers, the well wishes. Even though I appreciate them very much, it was very difficult for me to read them.
Knowing that everybody was so thoughtful and kind, and for someone that you don't really know.
Yeah, Vegas Dave.
Yeah.
Mentioning me in the video.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Yeah, he watched it. He was reading a lot of the comments. If not, I would go in there and read them, and then I'd have to stop reading them for a little bit, and I'd go back and give them a few more the next day. I was trying to keep up with everybody, but I'm not a very tech savvy person, so by the time I went to work and came back, we had a lot more comments. So he had the suggestion to pin a comment at the top, which was a very good suggestion, because I did
still
that.
Got my brains.
Yeah, so I did that. I pinned it, like a thank you. We appreciate it. And sorry if I can't get to everybody. And we were reading them. I was reading them to him. He was reading a few on his own.
And so, as you can imagine, we're like so far behind right now. And we wanted to show you guys so much. And now with work, and of course, I got to work now even harder
to
catch up. And of course, unexpected stuff. Obviously, it really all it is it is what it is, right?
Yep.
I'm here. I'm thankful I'm here. I'm thankful I was here for Thanksgiving and everything. They did say that if it was just, as you can see right where it's at, if it would have just went a little bit further, the steel part was about that big around. And
it was a filter, wasn't it? That flew off?
It's the filter. The filter is inside of it.
Oh, so it was a filter container or something?
So, as you can imagine, because everybody rushed to me, there was a lot of mess because it continued pumping after that.
Yeah, and there was green paint all over the building, wasn't there?
Yeah,
Which the building was
everywhere.
tan. The building wasn't like a cream color. So then your brother had to go back and clean all that off the walls or wherever it got.
So the main thing is we're very thankful.
Yeah, we appreciate everything.
We just like helping people also, and we don't like to see other people hurt and pain.
No, that's horrible.
I'm just glad it was me. It could even have been my mother, believe it or not. She's done it. It's a family type of thing.
Family
and she's done it. And I think about that, and I'm thankful, really, that I took the hit for that, because
you don't want your mom.
Else,
oh my God.
I wanted to keep it brief, so let's talk about other stuff. What is it?
So we got some stuff coming up, right?
Mm-hmm. We did, we want to plan some stuff. Oh yeah, we got to plan. This was already planned a long time ago, even before this accident.
Oh, like a year.
Yeah.
It's
pretty close.
It's already been paid for like a year ago.
Yeah.
Because we planned it. We've been planning it, this thing, for quite some time. I think it was almost like last year. And then we have been able to pay monthly.
Yeah.
And it's been paid for a while, because we had to do it in small increments. But we got something coming up.
Yep. So stay tuned for that. We definitely want to get to the parks. We definitely I mean, it's very difficult right now to get into the fort. You normally anymore have to
Oh
do
my
like a year in
gosh.
advance to
That's
get in
crazy.
during the holidays. We're going to try to scoot in there because we love decorations.
Yeah, we
and
gotta
love
see the
showing them you the
decorations.
decorations, and it puts you in a better place. You know, a better,
Even for the day.
yeah.
We don't care. We'll go up
Yeah.
for the day.
Maybe
and
we'll
show
make a
decorations.
reservation to go eat somewhere there, and then just scoot around on the segways or the golf cart or something like that.
Trails End.
And we can get in there to show you guys some lights.
Yeah.
We'll
Or
stay.
maybe the hoop-de-doo. We haven't done that.
Never
We've
done a
not done
hoop-de-doo,
the
as long as
hoop-de-doo.
we've been going
Or the
there.
backyard barbecue.
Nothing.
We've never
We got
done that.
so much content we want to show you guys, and I'm just happy to be back.
Yeah.
Also,
What?
mail time.
Oh, we got to do one of those.
We
haven't opened
apologize.
any of them.
Listen, apologize that we haven't got anything, got to that. Obviously, with issues coming up and everything like that. We're going to get to that. A lot of stuff coming up, guys. We appreciate you guys sticking with us.
Yes.
The best wishes and all that stuff really means a lot.
Thoughts and prayers. Yeah.
Definitely I just want to move
Forward.
and try to be positive and get back in the swing of things. Hopefully my mind gets right.
Well,
little bit.
it'll probably.
It's,
You might have, what's that, post-traumatic? You might have that as far as the machine whacking you in the head. Never know. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
I don't know, but I need to get right. I tell you that.
Over time.
Got to get my
I'm sure it'll
mind
take
working.
time. It's only been
Best way to do
like
that
3 or
is
4
do
weeks,
videos.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll go to
Yeah.
Disney and get
Yeah.
your mind off of things.
Yeah. So anyhow, thanks again, guys. I appreciate it. I hope I answered a few of your questions already on the whole ordeal.
We
And
apologize if we can't get to all the comments to this
we tried.
video,
We tried.
to this coming video.
Yes.
Because when we post this, I'm thinking he'll probably get a lot of comments. So you might have to pin something.
We wanted to do a Thanksgiving video. We wanted to take
Yeah.
our time with doing a Christmas video, but holiday videos.
Yeah. So I've been filling in with the crafts. Oh,
Oh.
and my craft channel. Should I tell them? In case someone hasn't caught on to it?
We don't know if you guys want to see crafts here and there on the Road Trippin channel, or if you just want her to do them on the separate channel.
So I did
Keep
my
in
separate
mind,
channel.
I helped her out just a tad just to get that going, but we still got to do the border up there.
Whatever. It's
you know.
all right.
You know what I mean. I want to put her picture or something like that and have her own little thing that, cause believe me, we talked about like the Etsy thing. We talked about a whole bunch. We just haven't had the time to even think about that.
Etsy would be awesome.
She loves doing crafts and she's got so many ideas. And anyway,
So it's
tell them what
called
it is. A Jolly Good Life.
A jolly.
All one word.
Yep. A jolly good life.
And at the top, you'll see like
Tie-dye.
tie-dye
Like a
type
tie-dye
of thing
thing.
now.
Which
that's
was
going to
Sierra's-
be changing. But if you
one
want
of
to find
Sierra's
it, that's where it
posters.
is. Yeah.
That was actually a picture of one of Sierra's posters she had at one
Yeah.
point, and I just took a picture of it.
Yep.
I figured it was colorful and happy looking. Right? All right. So we'll see them next time at mail time.
Yes. Mail time's next. Stay tuned. Well, may
What?
not be next. Will it be next or the other one next?
No, we'll probably do it next, right? Because
We just gotta get caught up.
yeah, we have to do it next because it's like probably get well cards and stuff.
Yeah.
And we haven't even opened them because we wanted to do it on here. Oh, that might not be good for your mental state.
Let's do it.
All right, I'll continue
You
reading
can-
if you can't.
That's a good idea. How
Yeah.
about that? You guys understand.
Yeah.
And
We'll see you
that's it.
next time.
we'll see you next time, probably right here.
Sitting right here because we're probably going to film it
Mail time is
right
coming
now.
next. Bye.